Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, we're going to talk some boxing. We're going to look at strength versus power. So, when I was talking about Spence Jr. versus Garcia, a pay-per-view event, we talked about Mikey Garcia has both strength and power, as does Errol Spence. But there are times when fighters, they have strength, but they don't have power necessarily, or the kind of power that people talk about. That, the one-punch knockout power, that big knockout power. Yet they defeat fighters they got the power, right? How is that possible? Talk about guys like Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather Jr., they're very, very strong fighters. Strong. Physically, they're strong. What I mean by that is, one, they're able to not only take a punch or take punishment and just keep going, but also they're able to body you. Like if you physically get in a body movement, like you get in a clinch or something, they'll actually manipulate you. You won't manipulate them. They're stronger than you physically. All right, and so there's a difference between strength and power, and strong fighters. And we're going to see that actually. We're going to see that. Well, we're going to see a strong fighter at least on display this coming weekend when Sean Porter faces Ugas, right? He's going to face Ugas. And in that fight, Sean Porter is going to be the physically stronger fighter. I can guarantee you that. He's going to be physically stronger than your Dennis Ugas. Okay? That's for sure. That's why, just because Sean Porter is physically stronger than Dennis Ugas, I can guarantee you that he almost got the win over Dennis Ugas, because styles make fights. And Sean Porter has a style where he utilizes his strength. And he's just physically stronger and overpowering more than anybody else. And he imposes his strength on his opponent. So, as you can see here, Sean Porter, he's shorter than Ugas. He got a little slightly longer reach. Okay, he's just 1 year younger than Ugas. And Sean Porter's not really a knockout artist, as you can see. He's got 53% knockout ratio, and Ugas got a 42%, by 11% more. But at the end of the day, that's not even going to matter. Sean Porter is strong, and it's his physical strength that he imposes on his opponents, and he breaks them down by imposing his physical strength throughout the fight, in the clinches, before the clinches, in his punch selection, sharp, powerful, very sharp punches he throws, so that he does it in different kinds of ways. He's like a swarmer. He will swarm you. He comes from the outside off the jab or off of a feint, and then he will counterpunch you, or he'll come off the jab at you. And he's very, very quick. He's very, very explosive, and so his explosiveness allows him to carry a certain amount of punching power with him, and it's his explosiveness that really makes the difference. He's not a one-punch hitter quitter. He's not going to just knock you out. Adrian Broner had actually a lot more power than he did, and we saw that demonstrated in the 12th round of the fight. But what makes Sean Porter so incredible is his strength. He'll overpower you with his strength. And I just think that your Dennis Ugas, he's not ready for that. He's not physically strong enough to deal with a Sean Porter. And that's a big difference there. That's why I know Sean Porter will overtake him, brutalize him, land those body punches on him, and get him out of there, right? But in the case of Errol Spence Jr., Errol Spence Jr. is not like a rabid dog like Sean Porter is, thankfully. So Errol Spence Jr. is much more technically sound. He's not just going to swarm you and throw crazy punches. No. Having said that, he's probably a guy who is maybe not stronger than Porter, but definitely he got more punching power than Porter. But punching power is a thing that is based on your preferred range. Errol Spence likes to stay either on the inside of his opponent and throw tremendous hooks to the body. He loves to hook to the body and then come up top to the head. That's his thing. He likes to hook you away. He'll use the jab to get on the inside and then hook away at you. So Errol Spence Jr. is not really a boxer. He doesn't really box on the outside. He's an inside fighter, right? That's his thing. he's not a one-punch knockout artist either. He breaks you down. So in a way, Sean Porter and Errol Spence kind of do the same kind of things. They want to get to the inside of you and beat you down. The difference is Errol Spence is much more classy with it, much more technically sound. Sean Porter is a lot more rabid, a lot more engaging. You know, he may not land his punches as explicitly as, say, Errol Spence would. But they both have a ridiculously quick, sharp, powerful jab. They have what's called shotgun jab. So that's basically it when it comes to Errol Spence and Sean Porter. Porter, again, is strong. He's a really strong fighter. Okay? Errol Spence is also kind of strong. You know, I saw him get knocked down by Chris Algieri. He is sort of strong, so, you know, he's a strong opponent as well. But I think he depends on his power and his leverage and breaking down our opponent. So he uses a lot of hooks. Errol Spence, his thing is to hook the left hook, to throw the left hook and hook it as hard as he can. So he likes to use a lot of torque. So for somebody who's smart enough to understand that, they would know how to deal with a Sean Porter or Errol Spence based on the fact that they like to hook and throw a lot of hooks, right? So anyway, that's an example of someone who is strong but not necessarily a power puncher. Andrew Ward is another example against Sergey Kovalev. Ward is a strong guy, so he throws strong, powerful shots to the body, but not a one-hitter quitter kind of power that Sergey Kovalev had, which just knocked him down with one shot. So that's the difference. But Andrew Ward was a very strong fighter. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. As small as he was really built sturdy and very strong sort of boxer. So you couldn't bully Floyd around the ring. He would turn you when he needed to turn you. He would lock you up if he needed to lock you up or grip you up. And so he's very strong. And I think Mikey Garcia is probably a strong fighter as well. And we'll see against Errol Spence. But that works in his favor. And he also has punching power with it, like Errol Spence does. So this should be a fantastic fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia. But I just wanted to make it clear to people the difference between strength and power. All right, you guys, have a good one.